All right. What's up, guys? Kamikaze Fox coming to you from IRL. This is F2 today, round 9 in Monza on the F1 2018 game for the PS4 platform. I'm actually racing today, as opposed to commentating. Of course, if I crash out, I'll just continue to commentate the race, but actually going to try and race. I did one race with F2 earlier this year at Hungary, where I was running 10th towards the end of the race, but unfortunately crashed out very late in the race, so I didn't pick up a point. Had my first DNF, and that was back at Hungary. But while we're waiting for things to get started, we're going to do an 18-minute quick qualifying session, and we'll do a 50% race here at Monza. So if you guys want to hang out and stay on board with me, that's cool. We'll run down the driver listing here. Looks like we've got Adrian Storm, Chris Ryan, Michael Marlowe, Lee Kelly, Jared Fosbury, Zritos Kalamitis, Jeremy Pope, Charlie Sampson, Marcel Haller, Tim Brusdelines, Luke Tured, who apparently has taken my spot at Ferrari. I was hoping to be in Ferrari today and be teammates with my Gran Turismo teammate, Chris Ryan, but Luke Tured is apparently the official number 2 spot there on that team. Then we got Billy Mossam, Nino Romanelli, Paco Suarez, me, James Sands, I believe that's Joe Hollis in the McLaren, Luis W228, not 100% sure what his last name is, but he made his debut at last round in Austria. And then we've got Francis McGinn and Sandro Racing both going to be spectating and doing the commentating. So be sure to check out the live stream of the actual race on the IRL YouTube channel and like, subscribe, and comment there. You can also like and subscribe and comment to my channel, and we will see how things go for me this race. Looks like drivers are getting ready to ready up, and we're getting ready to go green for qualifying. So Monza, pretty good track for me as far as 5-lap races and as far as Gran Turismo goes. So I'm hoping to at least get some points on the board. Haven't had any practice this week. I've actually been in a hospital all week with an infection in my leg that I had to have surgery on. I just got home yesterday. And so I haven't had any practice this week. I got home yesterday. I played some Gran Turismo late last night. I had to do the update for Gran Turismo since I'm going to be racing in the IRL GT3 League this afternoon at Fuji. So I needed to get the game updated for that, and didn't get any practice in whatsoever. So it's been a long week for me, but good to be back. And you guys can definitely check me out tomorrow, commentating on the IRL F1 race here at Monza. If it's anything like the last few races for the F1 League, it's sure to be nothing less than exciting. Monza usually is. So we're going to give it a go. I'm going to try and get a little bit of a setup here. I don't plan on doing anything crucial. Just want to keep the car semi-balanced. I'm not going to go crazy with the setup I don't really know a whole lot about. Said setup. I'll try and build a little bit of understeer into it. Since I use a controller, it's really hard to modulate the steering input. It's either like all or nothing.
Pretty empty right now. Lots of space.
So we're trying to build a little bit of understeer into the actual car itself. Figure if we can build understeer into it, it'll help save with some snap oversteer. And we'll see how this goes.
Checks complete. We're ready.
Looks like, see what we can do here. Crap, I forget how to turn off the pit limiter. Got to be careful with Ascari and Lesmos 1. Lesmos 1 will call a lot of people out for going wide, and Ascari, if you get that curve wrong, .121.771. I don't know why they have the DRS here and not on the backstretch coming out of the Ascari. Looks like Hollis has the pole position for now at a 121.195. Seventh, that ain't bad. Kind of blew the first chicane here.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
If there's only one lap of fuel, I'm not gonna. Oh, Ferrari. Well, that wasn't a too hateful qualifying effort there at the beginning. 7th, I think 8th quickest now. And I'm okay with that. I could have trimmed the car out a lot more for the high-speed straights, but I struggled so bad with grip at Hungary. I just want to try and keep the car planted coming out of the few corners that are on this track. Currently 10th of the 123.636.
Our best lap so far is a 1:23.6.
Alright, so they automatically put more fuel in the car when I come in. I'd like to go back to track.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
See how this goes. Now 11th quickest. Taking a little easier on the outlap. Ooh, that was close. Come on, Ferrari. I know you're back there. Trying to stay out the way.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Pretty good Lee Kelly. Too fast for that. Oh yeah, we went through a scar really well that time. Awesome time there. Alright, we'll give it one more go around. turn, baby. Nope, we're done.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
That's alright. Well, I was 13th quickest. Let's check out the running order. Adrian Storm's the fastest so far with a 1:20.089. He actually picked up his first pole position last time out. Michael Marlowe with a 1:27.76. That's a good effort by him. As Lee Kelly, you see, he's in the pit. See one of the Renaults coming out. Louise W228. Louise running 4th. Joe Hollis 5th. Jared Fosbury is your points leader. Looks like he's just now leaving the pits for an outlap. Marcel Haller and the other Salvers in the pits. He leads the league in poles this year with 3 of them. Nino Romanello is currently 8th quickest. Paco Suarez in the other Renault. He's on his outlap, currently 9th. Chris Ryan 10th. He's on mediums. Interesting strategy there. James Sands in 11th. Luke Tered in the other Ferrari is currently 12th. I'm 13th. I'm faster than Jeremy Pope. Jeremy Pope is he's the points leader in Gran Turismo Sport GT3 League. Then there's Zoritos Kalamitis. Sounds like he should have been in the movie 300. He's 15th quickest. Charlie Sampson is currently 16th, and Billy Mawson is going to round out 17 drivers today. So we are going to pick up Jared Fosbury. We know he was on his outlap. So less than, what is it, we got 4:30 to play. Hopefully I don't lose too many more positions. Fosbury's going to start a hot lap here. Nope, he heads right back into the pits. Interesting. Caution in sectors 2 and 3. Who can we pick up? We've got Luke Tered. Looks like Kalamitis is out of the session. It might have been the caution in sector 1 and 3. That would have been right at the Parabolica. So Luke Tered, I'm not sure if I have a name on this guy. Unfortunately, I don't. We're going to keep an eye on him. Looks like he's currently on an outlap. Ooh, sliding through Ascari. So we got a couple of guys now. Oh, we see one of the Salvers trying to get out of the way, and he's onto the grass. Cuts back across the track. I'm not sure who that is. That might be ruining the lap. He gets way out of the way at the Parabolica. So anyways, Luke Tered now is going to start his hot lap. We've got 3 minutes left to play in the session. I'm currently 13th. Hopefully I don't lose any more time. Luke Tered, 12th quickest. And he's 0.3 faster than I was. And Kalamitis has rejoined, so maybe he ran into some internet issues. Lesmos 1, that's where I lost the car. Went a little bit wide, cut it too hard to come back on track and lost the back end. Ooh, just like that. You see there's a little bit of snap oversteer there. Caution in sector 3. Through Ascari. Ooh, the back end kicks out on him and he's in the grass. He almost lost it there. Through the Parabolica. See if he can improve his time and his position. 1:22.604. He's going to come across line 1:21.185. That jumps him to 5th quickest. A great run for Luke Tered to go 5th quickest. Luis has jumped into 2nd fastest. He's on his outlap as he cuts the chicane. Oh no, he rear ends one of the Ferraris. So that's going to give him, oh no, and that's a 5-place grid penalty for Luke to Red. He had just qualified 5th, parked it at the first chicane, and now look at this, more carnage for Luis. He's been run off of the track, and that has completely ruined Luis's qualifying session. He was on an outlap, rear-ended Luke Tered, and I can't stress this enough. If you're going to retire the car in the pits. And Luke Tered is officially retired from the session and completely ruined Luis's. And now these two are going to run side by side. That is really unfortunate for Luis, who was a 10th off of Adrian Storm's pole time, so he really had a shot at giving it a go. Time is winding down. Joe Hollis has just retired from the session. He's going to call it a day. Michael Marlowe comes across, 4th quickest. Marcel Haller retires from the session. Here comes Lee Kelly. And Lee Kelly is behind 2 cars here as they head into the second chicane. Around the outside of one of the Renaults, the other Williams tries to get out of the way. James Sands calls it a day. Romanello's going to call it a day. Kelly is still on the gas. I think he lost too much time, though, at that second chicane. Adrian Storm calls it a day. He's your provisional pole sitter as of right now. Kelly still on a tear. Michael Marlowe, by the way, did come across the line with enough time to start another lap, but he's not going to go for it. Through Ascari comes Lee Kelly. Marlowe just called it a day. Oh, and one of the McLarens is in the middle of the track. What has happened here? Kelly was on a drive for pole, and one of the McLarens sitting in the middle of the track outside of Ascari on the backstretch. And here comes another McLaren. I don't know if that's the same one or not. The last couple minutes of this qualifying session has been chaotic. Oh my goodness. And the McLaren rear ends the back of Lee Kelly's car. So unbelievable. So we'll see how this shakes up the grid standings with the 5-spot penalty. So we've got Adrian Storm wins his 2nd pole in a row. Luis' 5-position grid penalty. That's probably going to be assessed at the end of the race. Then you've got Joe Hollis, Michael Marlowe, Marcel Holler, Lee Kelly, James Sands, Jared Fosbury. Luke Tered drops all the way from 5th to 9th because of that grid penalty. Nino Romanello, Paco Suarez, Chris Ryan, Kamikaze Fox. Jeremy, I did out-qualify Jeremy at something for a change. Calamitis is 15th. Sampson, and then Billy Malsum did not set a time. Race strategy, we are going to go for this one. Super soft. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. All right. Turn 1 is always chaotic. There's a good chance my race ends before it even starts. Formation lap.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Okay, so I got removed from the formation lap because of a little bump. So, but congratulations to Adrian Storm. He's proven to be very quick. He was very quick in F2 so far this year. Managed to get his way a seat up into F1, where he's really continued to impress, and he picks up his second pole position of the year and his second pole position in a row here in the F2 League. So congratulations to Adrian Storm. We have 17 cars. We continue to wait for them to come around. Looks like they're on the backstretch now, heading into the Parabolica. Should start seeing them reform to the grid. So, got disqualified from the qualifying, or not from the qualifying session. Crashed out in qualifying. Got disqualified from the quote-unquote formation lap. So my stuff's not going to be quite up to temp. And really, I just want to stay out of trouble heading into turn 1. The opening lap at Monza, the first chicane and the second chicane. I really just want to stay, out of trouble. And a lot of times with me, I am a little overly cautious. I feel like I usually get the short end of the stick. So I did run into the back of Popeye here on the formation lap. I really feel like that's going to be we're off. And I almost have to completely stop. That's okay. I started 13th, I came out 13th. No damage. Come on, car. Oh my god, I can't believe that.
Your front wing is damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
The Resmos 1 is not my friend.
Yellow flag.
That sucks. I can't believe I did that at Lesmos. I made it through this chaos in turn 1 and 2, and Lesmos 1 called me out just like it did in qualifying. So that sucks. I don't even know what tires they're putting on. More supers, wing change, sounds great.
Go now.
So dead last. Good to know.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
race and see what happens. What the hell, car?
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead, the DRS zone.
I need to get used to running with the heavier fuel there. I think that's what's throwing me off more than anything. Louise is retired from the session. Means I'll pick up at least one
3
spot.
laps over target on fuel. Let's start burning it off, please.
So all we gotta do is just try and run our race and be there at the end.
Our gap to the car in front is 7.6 seconds. The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
So not much happening, but it is what it is.
the car ahead is 9.0 seconds.
Good run out of the Parabolica. Oh, hang on to it. Screw that all up. Get a Charlie Sampson behind me.
Is 5.9 seconds. Just running our race. Gap to car in front is 13.9 seconds.
Definitely went in deep that time.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Woo! Too wide. That's going to help Charlie catch up. Uh-oh, Lee Kelly's retired from the session.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Well, he's got the DRS advantage.
Place. At target +3. Let's get into mix 3 ASAP. Gap ahead is 1.6 seconds. This lap, give us the best in lap you can.
I don't want to pit this lap.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment. Pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
I don't want to pit.
We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I call shenanigans.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
I don't want to.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Our gap to the car in front is 4.5 seconds.
Oh no, I run into the grass.
The gap behind us is 5.3 seconds. Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
Come on, Popeye.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Blue flag, blue flag. Push, ERS to overtake. The gap to the car ahead is 31.3 seconds.
Just got in front of my nemesis.
Nice move.
Jeremy Pope. Looks like the battle for 16th is on. Actually 15th, I should say. Ah, you bitch. Oh, broke the left front suspension. Seriously?
Confirm you're okay, please.
Motherfucker. Fucking Lesmos won. Called me out every time this weekend. Qualifying the first fucking lap and now. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Alright, well, let's pick up the rest of the action. We'll call the race until the end. King Julian out in front. Good for him. Looks like he's got a 4.3 second lead over Billy Mossam, but Jared Fosbury is right there in the mediums, trying to take away that second spot. All the way back and forth. Well, we've got a battle for fourth now. It's Nino Romanello getting past Adrian Storm for the fourth spot. Some side-by-side action as they head out of the first chicane. And around the outside, Storm's going to try a crossover. Double move by Romanello. Got a caution in Sector 1, and that's Jeremy Pope is retired from the session. So me and him both had dismal days. And it looks like Romanello is going to be run wide there at Lesmos 1. That is what called me out all weekend. Through Lesmos 2, and Jeremy Pope has left the session officially. And I was really hoping me and him would have been able to have a little bit of a battle there for the 15th spot. It looks like I was actually catching up time to Chaz Meister. That's Charlie Sampson. 3-second time penalty for Adrian Storm. I think it runs very wide coming out of Ascari. Storm's going to be the outside as they head down towards the Parabolica. Ooh, and around the outside, and he's going to shut the door on Romanello. Runs a little bit wide coming out of the Parabolica. Now Romanello's going to have the DRS advantage as they head down into turn 1. And Romanello's going to cut to the inside. Look how much more speed he's got. And now back in fourth battle. And I am just going to try real quick to get in and see if there's a party for the actual live stream. Well, we're back. I was seeing if there was a broadcast I could get into for the actual live stream of Sandro Sauerhog as we continue to watch this battle unfold. And oh no, who is that? Storm? Boom! Into the barrier. And Adrian Storm was running fifth. Here comes Joe Hollis through the wreckage, pick up the 5th spot. Romanello's going to pull away with the 4th spot secured. So we're going to jump to the battle for second here. This is Jared Fosbury and Billy Mossam. And Fosbury's going to make the move to the inside. And now with 3 laps remaining, does Fosbury have enough laps to close the gap to Marcel Haller? And Adrian Storm heads into the pits. He pits from 6th spot. And he's going to come back out 9th for Adrian Storm. So he was battling for 4th. Falls all the way down to the 9th position. So Fosbury having another strong drive, running 2nd. He's your championship points leader. Meanwhile, and Chaz Meister, that's Charlie Sampson, just had a DNF. Makes me wish I hadn't crashed out at the Lesbos. I'd have been able to pick up another spot. You see the yellow flags waving. There's the McLaren right there of Chaz Meister. Looks like he wrecked at Ascari coming out of the corner there and into the barrier. So we started with 18 cars. We're now down to 13. With Charlie Sampson, Jeremy Pope, myself, Lee Kelly, and Louise have all crashed out, unfortunately, the closing stages of this race. Meanwhile, Fosbury's been able to pull away from Billy Mossam, but unfortunately it hasn't closed the gap to Marcel Haller a whole lot. You see Haller is just now leaving the first chicane, and there is Fosbury. It's about a 3-second gap. It would be one heck of a drive if Fosbury could pull it off. Billy Mossam, though, having a good run here in 3rd. Nino Romanello running 4th. That's possibly his best finishing spot of the year. He finished 7th in last round and 9th. He usually finishes in the second half of the top 10. So good outing today for Romanello. Joe Hollis coming off of his surprise podium last round at Austria, running 5th. Luke Tered, the new Ferrari driver, running in 6th. Fritos Kalamitis, who's struggled a little bit this year, running a good solid 7th. I was his teammate, and unfortunately I let him down today. Into the barrier, that's Michael Marlowe. He's starting to close the gap into Kalamitis for the 7th spot. Adrian Storm will be super mad with himself, crashing coming out of Ascari. Went from 4th, went from battling with Nino Romanello for 4th, dropping all the way down to 9th. Tim Brusdelines looks like he's about to lose a spot because here comes Paco Suarez in the other Renault on the outside as they come out of the first chicane. Ooh, that is very tight racing. Oh, no. And they both crash into the barrier. Looks like Brusdelines could have given him a little bit more room. I'm sure that will be reviewed after the race. And here comes Chris Ryan. And Chris Ryan should be able to pick up the 10th spot very easily from the wounded Force India of Brusdelines. And Paco Suarez is going to be extremely upset. It's not the first time this year we've seen Brusdelines be a little aggressive defending and trying to overtake. We'll see how hard he tries to defend the position here. Chris Ryan's got the DRS, plus he's got all of his wing intact. So Chris Ryan moves into the 10th spot. Be good to see him put a point on the board as long as he can finish. Adrian Storm just set the fastest lap at a 1:21.839, so good for him. And here comes James Sands. He's going to be on the inside of Paco Suarez to take over the 12th position. Brusdelines should pit, as well as Suarez. They're going to take their wounded cars one last time around the track, it looks like. So Sands is going to be able to get around Brusdelines for the 11th spot, but will there be enough time for Sands to get around? Oh, and look, the Brusdelines, his car is going to wash out towards the outside because of the wing damage. Sands has to be very careful there to try and make that move on the outside. And Brusdelines is going to dive back to the inside, blows the corner, cuts across, and here comes Paco Suarez, and more damage. So now it's 3 wide as they head into Lesmos 1. And James Sands is the one getting the short end of the stick here because Brusdelines and Suarez's cars are both injured with wing damage. And now Brusdelines runs wide, so does Suarez. Brusdelines is going to lose the position. Suarez picks up a 2-for-1 coming out of Lesmos 2. Sands is going to have the DRS advantage heading down towards the Scari. He's going to make the easy pass on Suarez, and I really feel like Suarez and Brusdelines should have gotten out of the way for the unwounded car of James Sands in that. And Sands, who could have fought for the 10th spot, is now falling 5.8 seconds behind Chris Ryan. So we have started the last lap here. Marcel Haller is your leader. He is 3.5 seconds plus over Jared Fosbury. So Marcel Haller is going to come away with his first win of the year and a well-deserved win. That's 2 good races for him in a row. Jared Fosbury is going to come across with his 8th podium in 9 races. Billy Mossam with a great run to 3rd. Nino Romanello is going to come across 4th. We saw him have a battle with... Oh, and Romanello is actually going to get the 3rd spot because Mossam had some time penalties that needed to be assessed. That drops him to 4th. Joe Hollis is going to come across in 5th. And again, this is going to switch it up a little bit. Luke Tered comes across in 6th spot. Zaritos Kalamitis is going to be finishing 7th. Adrian Storm just picked up a 3-second time penalty, but he was pushing really hard to try and set the fastest lap and gain that bonus point. We see him come through the Parabolica one last time to come across the line 8th. Michael Marlowe is exiting the Parabolica now, very wide. He's got no front wing. Wonder what happened to him on this last lap. Michael Marlowe is going to finish 9th. Here comes Chris Ryan in the other Ferrari through the Parabolica. That is going to be 10th in the final points-paying position. So congratulations to him. James Sands, who got the short end of the stick in a 3-car battle with Paco Suarez and Tim Brusdelines. And there will be some discussion after this race, I'm sure, between the qualifying session and the race. On what penalties are going to be assessed. We'll get the official finishing order here in just a second after the podium celebrations. And there you see the salver of Marcel Haller, a well-deserved win. He's proven to be very fast all year. He's had 3 pole positions this year, unable to get to the top step of the podium. but he does it this time around. That's 2 great races for him in a row. He finished second last time out in Austria to pick up his first podium of the year. Picks up his first win here, round 9 in Monza. So, official finishing order is going to be Marcel Haller, Jared Fosbury, Nino Romanello, Billy Mossam, Joe Hollis, Luke Tured, Zritos Kalamitis, Adrian Storm, Michael Marlowe, Chris Ryan, James Sands, Paco Suarez, Tim Bruselines, Charlie Sampson, Jeremy Pope, myself, Kamikaze Fox, Lee Kelly, and Louise W228. And unfortunately, that is 2 races I've had this season where I've had a DNF. But we are hoping to have a better outing at the next round. But you can check me out later today. I'll be doing the IRL Gran Turismo Sport GT3 race at Fuji, so be sure to tune in for that. You can also check out the full race broadcast at the IRL YouTube channel, so be sure to like, subscribe, and comment to that. Like, subscribe, and comment to me as well. And we will also be doing the Formula 1 race tomorrow at Monza, the F1 League as opposed to F2. That'll be 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to check that out tomorrow. And next week, we will be at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit for round 10, and that'll put us halfway through the season. So F1 and F2 will both be racing at the Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi next week, and then you can also check out IRL GT3 League next week as we take on Circuit Barcelona de Catalunya in Spain, and that'll be very close to closing of the season. Catalunya will be round 12, and Red Bull Ring, Austria, will be round 13. And that'll do it for GT3 in a couple weeks. So be sure to tune in later today. Check out GT3 and me. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for the IRL F1 race here at Monza, where we'll see more action. And we'll catch you at the next round.